as we welcome in Chloe and Brandon. Give them a big round of applause. Next up, we have Kristen, escorted by Andrew. Next up, we have our lucky lady, Gerline, escorted by Trevor and Alex. Where's she going? We have our VIPs for the evening, Mia and Sean, our best man and maid of honor. Oh, he's gonna be a bride. All right, if I can get everybody to rise to their feet as we welcome in our bride and groom, Aaron and Katie Long.
Take my heart, oh, for I can falling in love. Oh, like a river flows surely to the sea, darling. So take my home to for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your bride and groom, Katie and Aaron.
Girl, I never loved one like Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I could have your attention for just a second. For those of you that don't know me, I'm John. I'm the father of the bride. If you'll forgive me just a couple of minutes, there's just so much nice things that happened today. I just want to acknowledge them for a minute. On behalf of Leslie and Steve and my wife Naoko, we want to welcome each of you here and really express our gratitude for coming today. Such a weird year. You being here tonight, very special. We really appreciate it. You know, I used to think there was never going to be anyone good enough for my little Katie. And tonight, I see nothing to change that opinion. But the show must go on. Aaron, you know I'm kidding. Deep inside our heart, we could not be happier that you were taking Katie out of our house finally. You should know that tonight you're sitting next to some of the most amazing and caring people that we have ever known. In this room, there are a lot of young pilots tonight. Please raise your hands. All the pilots here today, raise your hands. All of these young adults have put in a lot of work, done some incredible things, and now it's a very trying time. So hang in there. You guys are going to do great. To all of our friends, you know how much we love you and what you mean to us. At Katie's first birthday party 24 years ago, we invited a group of people we had just met. Soon more people had joined this group. And 24 years later, many of them are here tonight. They are more than friends. They are godparents, and they're family. We have shared profound sadnesses. We have laughed endlessly. We have spent the best years of our lives together, and there's much more to come. While my father has passed away, my mother couldn't come tonight. Ralph, Mary Lou, you have always been so gracious and welcoming, inviting us into your home and family. We truly appreciate it. And so though some have moved away, are no longer nearby, we have found great friends right next door. Steve, Leslie, thank you for everything you've done to make last night and tonight so special. The Monk family is generous to a fault, kind and hospitable. Katie, you are incredibly lucky to be marrying into such a wonderful family. That's little Miles, Katie and Aaron's godson. To the extended Monk family, we've heard the stories. We only hope we can be a part of the ones in the future. To my niece, Olivia, and Andrew, my nephew, come all the way out here to be with us. We truly appreciate that. To my brother, Lee and Nancy, I don't know that we can say enough. How can we thank you? Katie's godfather, you were here for her baptism, you were here for her graduation, and you are here again tonight. We love you both and appreciate all that you've done for us. Finally, my lovely and talented wife, Naoko. You have made and molded our beautiful little baby into this strong and talented woman. You have done it with grace and beauty, and all in a foreign language. One down, 3 to go. And now this wedding, oh my goodness. Lots of ups and downs, lots of changes. Missing family, uninvited, 300 guests to 85, ballroom to tent. But for us, the bottom line is that our daughter has married this wonderful man in front of our friends, in front of our family, and in front of God. And we count that as a blessing tonight. As a side note, we upgraded the bar, so it's kind of a win-win. Not done yet. Hang on. Aaron and Katie. For 4 or 5 years, all we have heard in our house is Aaron this and Aaron that. Oh, we're just friends. We're just friends. Then one day, Katie comes to me and she says, "You know, Dad, Aaron and I are more than just friends. This is pretty serious." Time to keep an eye on this young man from Grand Ledge. Then came the phone call. "Mr. Vina, do you have time to meet?" Oh boy. He is going to ask to marry Katie. Or he needs a loan, but either way, it's not the loan. It's funny, Katie. For years we worried about you meeting the wrong man. Now we understand it was the right man we should be worried about. Because he's the one who's taking you away. Leslie and Steve, you have raised a wonderful young man. Malcolm and I have come to love him like a son. Catherine Clare. First, I have to tell you a quick story. After Katie got hired at Sky West, we got to go to work one day together. We dressed in our uniforms, we packed our bags, we got in the same car, we drove to the parking lot. I was so excited. It was early in the morning, and we jumped on the bus. There was only a couple other people on the bus. And I said, "Go on up, because when you get on the bus, I'll get the bags." And she gets up, and I'm throwing the bags, and I'm talking to her, and I scooch in next to her real close, and get my camera. We take a selfie, and of course I didn't really take a selfie, I turned the phone off. You know what I mean. I tried to take a selfie. And I take one more, I give her a little kiss on the cheek. I'm as happy and as proud as a father could be. And I look up, and there's 4 older women staring at me, and if looks could kill. Who is this old guy? Katie, we watched you take your first breath. We watched you take your first yawn, your first smile. And soon she was talking. "One more story, Dad. Read it again, Mom." And we were all being bed, and when she was falling asleep, we tried to sneak out, and she would say, "Wait, not yet, not yet." We would have to lie there with her till she fell asleep. Every night, the same thing. "Wait, not yet." So when she was a teenager, out with her friends all the time, we're always trying to track her down. We'd call her on the phone, "Katie, get home." And ironically, like that little toddler, it's like, "Wait, not yet, Katie." And then we started your flying career. Every few days, Katie would call back from wrestling to vent. "The boys did this, the boys said that." Being one girl or 1 or 2 girls in a class of 25 boys was very difficult, and she was always talking about it. But Katie, you were like a flower among all the rocks. Just a pretty flower among a bunch of rocks. Then you were hired at Sky West, and I would look forward to her coming home from trips like Luca does when we come home to the door. I would get a drink, she landed where she might sit and wait, and she'd come in and start to complain about her trip. And I loved every second of it. "The captain did this, oh, this flight attendant did that, the layover was unbelievable." And I would just drink it all in. It was wonderful. And then she would say, "I am so sorry to bore you." But it was music to my ears. I loved every one of those moments more than you will ever know. And after a while, she'd get up and she goes, "Well, I have to go change out of my uniform." And I would sit there and I would think, "Wait, not yet. Not yet." Okay, the last story. 15 years ago, we moved into our home. We had this big stone walkway around our deck. It was eaten up by weeds and all this kind of stuff. And our little 9-year-old Katie had figured out that some of the rocks can be moved. She lifts one and she places a little fake flower underneath the stone, unbeknownst to us, and sets it back in. The years passed, and last year I decided to reset all the stones. It was a miserable job. It was 100 degrees out, it was humid. I'm on my hands and knees, which is not really a place that I'm very comfortable. And I'm digging up all these stones. So I'm digging up all these stones, and then I get to this one rock, and I pick it up, and what's underneath this rock? This little flower. 9 years later. I looked at that one little flower among all those hundreds of rocks, and I thought, how perfect. I always remember, Katie, you are a flower among the rocks. Katie, all those days were wonderful days, but I would not trade any one of them for today. Because I know what this day can mean to you. Because almost 26 years ago, I was lucky enough to marry your mom. You will bring beauty to each other's lives. You will be angry and joyful. You will cry and laugh. And you will pray, and God will listen. And one day, you will turn around, and your little girl will be grown. And it will be sad, but it will be happy. Your only thought will be, wait, not yet. Not yet. So please, everyone, would you raise a glass? And as we toast Katie and Aaron, love one another. It is as simple and as difficult as that. God stay with you both, and may you find the joy and happiness that you have given to us. Cheers.
Just a little prayer tonight for everybody. If everybody just take a moment and bow their heads. Lord, on this beautiful wedding day, when so much is about gifts, let us pray for just a few more. Lord, bless Katie and Aaron with the gift of hope. They may always find strength in each other, that for every tear there is laughter, and for every loss there is victory. Bless them with the gift of wisdom, that they may know that money is not needed for wealth, that pleasure is a poor substitute for joy, and that romance is a weak shadow of true love. Bless them with the gift of faith, faith in each other, faith in their children, and faith in the knowledge that they have plans for them, plans for goodness and joy, and most importantly, faith in your mercy. Bless them with love, because the greatest of these is love. Let them know a love that has no limits, only depth. Bless them with love that takes this magnificent gift of a single wedding day and fills it with the beauty that turns into a lifelong holy marriage. And bless them with the love that is anchored in faith, fueled by hope and wisdom. We ask this prayer be joined to the prayers of those family members who go before us, especially Aaron's grandfather Luke, his grandmother Marge, and baby Samuel, and Katie's Papa Valentine. We ask this for all, Katie and Aaron, in Jesus' name, amen.
Hey, left side of the tent. Austin. Everybody, how we doing? Folks, can I have your attention for a moment? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name's Sean. I'm Aaron's best man. I think Aaron could agree. I'm not just his best man today. I've been your best man for a while now. I've also been great friends with Katie for just about the last 7 years. So I think it's only fair to say that I hold the unofficial Man of Honor title tonight as well. Kind of a big deal. In this relationship, I've been their primary third wheel for years. Even since before they were dating, it was always Aaron and Katie plus Sean. Therefore, it is a true honor for me as your third wheel to be here on the day of your wedding. If I told myself 6 years ago that I'd be speaking at Aaron and Katie's wedding, I would have been shocked. I like to say that they were the definition of a love-hate friendship back in college. Even though you guys were just friends at the time, you used to bicker at each other like you've been married for years. I remember after our graduation ceremony, Katie uploaded some pictures to Facebook Several of those pictures in particular were taken of myself, Aaron, and Katie. But someone just happened to cross out Aaron's face in all those pictures. Now, I'm not pointing any fingers, but I think I know who did that. Now, looking back, we all know that deep down there was true love at the heart of your mutual angst. Aaron and I met back in 2012 and have been through thick and thin together in the 8 years that we've known each other, and I mean literally thick and thin. Aaron has gone down several pant sizes since we first met. Look how skinny this guy is these days. But through it all, you stayed true to being a great friend to me. All right. Now that I've said all these nice things and complimented you enough, I feel obligated to share some of our less than stellar moments together. It's okay. It's good. On our very first trip together, we convinced each other to skip 2 days of classes, only to spend 24 hours in Washington, D.C. We got the deal of a lifetime with a whopping $30 round-trip ticket. We slept on the cold, hard floor at Dulles Airport because we were too cheap to pay for a hotel. Thankfully, our taste today in accommodations has improved. A favorite pastime of Aaron's back in the day was to waste away his meager salary by swinging by, quote-unquote, the office, more commonly known as Firekeepers Casino in Battle Creek, Michigan. Every time Aaron drove home for the weekends or holidays, he made sure to stop by the office. He may have been the baby of the regular crowd there, but he fit in just fine. Another time, I called up Aaron. I shared that I was leaving one of my first flying gigs. You might think he gave me sage advice about saving my money or filing for unemployment. That was not the case. Instead, he demanded that we take a trip to Germany. We used our flight benefits. We took the train from Munich to Berlin, where we stood in the train's bar for 3 hours. We were not sober. We stayed out at a club until morning and became the biggest bandwagon Frankfurt soccer fans that Germany has ever seen. These are just a few of our family-friendly stories that we have together, and the list of hilarious, less-than-sober moments is truly endless. Now, all jokes aside, since you two have been together, I have never seen Aaron so genuinely happy. And that's because he knows he's a lucky man to be with such an incredible woman. After all, my mom always believed that Aaron and Katie would end up together, but thought Aaron was too intimidated by Katie because she's such a driven, passionate, and strong woman. Mom was right. Aaron, you've always been a brother to me, and our friendship is unparalleled to any others I've had. You'll forever be the life of the party, the butt of a joke, and my favorite country mouse. I'm forever grateful to have you in my life. Congratulations, Aaron and Katie. I love you.
Katie chose a 17-year-old as her maid of honor. I'm kidding, of course. I'm very honored to be here, and I would like to start off by thanking everyone who's here, friends and family who've come from near and far. It means so much to both of our families, and of course I know it means the world to Katie and Aaron that we can have all our loved ones here to celebrate this spectacular day. And what makes it so spectacular is the two beautiful people you see here before you. Stop looking at me, please. Especially at their young age. It's so special to find a couple so resilient, joyful, and present. Katie, what, have I known you my whole life now or something? Watching how you've always handled yourself with maturity and grace, even when you were just in middle school, is something so inspiring and something that you don't see in most 12-year-olds. It would be an honor to be half the woman Katie is today. All the accomplishments she's earned, the places she's seen, the people she's proved wrong, and the smiles she's brought to others. But I don't even need to say all this because Katie lives boldly and fearlessly. It goes without saying that Katie has an air of confidence and grace that turns every head when she walks into a room. But she's the type of girl who brings everybody up with her. Even though she is confident, it makes you want to hold your head a little higher. Or at least that's how I always felt growing up, watching Katie blaze her own trails, and overcome the challenges that most of us like to think we could do if we were in her shoes, but deep down we know it takes a special person like Katie. We've all heard the phrase marching to the beat of your own drum, and that definitely describes Katie, but now she's found someone in the same time. And I actually met Erin for the first time twice. I first met Erin probably 4 or 5 years ago at Katie's winging ceremony. But I met Erin almost 2 years ago when they finally started dating. Erin is incredibly empathetic, smart, funny, but most importantly, he's passed the true test of a man's character. He survived about a year, maybe 6 months, of Katie and Mia boot camp, where he was put to the test every day with our silly dancing, name-calling, you name it. But I know that Katie is a better person because of Erin and vice versa. He's always willing to help around, and I'm not even actually trying to joke here. He does our dishes more than I do. Overall, he's such a caring guy, and as I said before, definitely a keeper if he hasn't been scared off yet. So. And I know we're probably thinking, what do I know about love? But dare I say, love is a simple thing. No one said it was easy, but it's quite simple. So, I want to use an analogy here. But I know some of us are more removed from high school math than others, so we'll do a quick refresher. Over the years, you learn more equations than you can count. And within those equations, you have coefficients, denominators, Leslie, Brittany, cover your ears, a lot of other boring stuff. And I know Katie didn't want me to bring this up tonight, but I would sound like an imposter if I listened. So, 2020 to me, it's like that day that you come into math class on the first day, and you see the Greek alphabet, and you're like, either I need to check my eyesight, or we need to bring back the numbers, because this is pre-calc. Like, what's going on? My favorite element of math is a constant. One, they usually give it to you in the problem, so. But two, to make our analogy work, it never changes, and it's in the name. You can always count on it. Through all the curveballs of 2020, Katie and Erin have been a constant, and their love has been a constant. They have set an example for all of us, and a Christ-like example, of true love and sacrifice for another, even when the road is rocky and uncertain. Because even if it has nothing to do with all the mushy romance stuff, we can all look to people like Katie and Erin and the amazing friends and family in this room who show us what it truly means to love and to be loved. Whether that be talking with your younger sister into the late hours of the night to make sure that she is protected from every evil in this world, or sharing the highs and lows of life with the man of your dreams. It's people like Katie and Erin who have an infectious type of love that they carry, and we're all better people for it. So if you all join me in raising a toast to the two baddest babes in the room. We drink to love, which is nothing unless it's divided by two. Huh? Math joke again. Katie and Erin, may God bless your marriage and all the good things that will come from it. May the path ahead be nothing but happiness, health, and laughter. Here's to you, Mrs. Katie and Erin Monk.
All right, John. This dance is for you and for your daughter, Katie. Everybody put your hands together for John and Katie.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.
Aaron, would you like to escort your mother, Leslie, out here, please?
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my
right, if you've been married for 12 hours or less, please exit the dance floor. 1 year or less, please.
That's it.
3 years or less. 5.
And they're out.
Round of applause for our 5-year couples. 10 years or less. 12. 15 years or less. 18. 20 years or less. 25 years or less. 27. 28. 29. 30 years. Let's give it up for our 30 years or greater couples. 35 years or less. We're getting into the long-termers now. 38. 40 years or less. 45. We're not even going to announce that one. All right. All right. We got to figure this out right now. All right. So, Ralph, Mary Lou, how many years you guys been married?
64.
I hear 64 and 67. Can I get 70? Married in 57, okay. So it's 65 years though, isn't it? 65 years of marriage, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get our bride and groom to come out here for us? Bring me right over here. Make sure we can get some, make sure everybody can see. All right, so 65 years. How'd you put up with him that long?
It was a journey.
It was a journey. All right, so what I'd like you to do,
That's awesome.
the two of you please, is let our brand new bride and groom know what it takes to make it 65 years and still going.
Love.
Well, what else? Sometimes I hear it's, yes, dear. Oh, same word, he says. All right, so in honor of our longest married couple and our newest married couple, I'd like you guys to share this dance.
Unforgettable. That's what we are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
Like a song of love that clings
how the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more
unforgettable in every way.
and forevermore.
And forevermore.
That's how you stay.
That's how you'll stay.
That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I'm unforgettable too.
Someone been more. Unforgettable in every way. And forevermore. That's how you stay.
That's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Let's put your hands together for our longest married couple and our brand new couple. We're going to teach you a new word. This new word is konnichiwa. Okay? When I count to 3, you guys are all going to say that word at the same time. Wave at the photographer and the videographer and say that word for me, okay? You want to practice one time? Okay, go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Konnichiwa! Excellent. So now, for real, we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Konnichiwa! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This next song is a slow dance for everybody here to join with your bride and groom. And here you go.
Sorry.
For me, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. I found a girl.
I was one of the first people to go in there because like I didn't have anyone to talk to. So I was like, oh, sit down. So I just went in and sat down and just kind of hung out. I was sitting there for probably like 45 minutes.
She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love.
my face.